We have discussed creating an IsaGraf project using the web interface table view. Now we will discuss creating a custom screen design for the web interface. This is done using the NetBeans Java development environment. It assumes that you've already installed the NetBeans development environment and the JDK Java development kit. In order to create a custom screen, we start the NetBeans development environment. Here we use 6.9.1 version of NetBeans. From the File menu, create a new project. Select Java Application. Press Next. Project name should be Custom Screen 1. Unselect Create Main Class. Now press the Finish button. From the Tools menu, select Options. Go to Miscellaneous, GUI Builder. Ensure Local Variables in Init Components method is selected. Also ensure the variables modifier is set to public. Then press OK. The next step in creating a custom screen project is to import the custom screen components Java archive or jar file. A particular custom screen components jar file will be supplied for a particular kernel version. In most cases, there is no difference between successive kernel versions of custom screen components.jar, but in case there is, you should always import the one associated with the particular kernel version. Right-click the project and select the properties. Where it displays the project folder, copy the full path by highlighting it and pressing Ctrl+C. In File Explorer, open this directory. This is the project folder. We wish to copy the custom screen components jar file into this folder. Go to the location where custom screen components.jar is found and then paste it into the directory of the NetBeans project. Now in NetBeans, right-click the Libraries category and add jar folder. Go into the project directory again and select the custom screen components jar file. It will now display under that libraries group. The next step is to add a variable list to your project. Right-click Source Packages and create a new empty file. Call the file variable names list.txt. Under folder, change source to source au net OEM. Press Finish. This will create the file under the au.net.oem source package. It will open by default. On the first line, type in the word null and press enter. On all following lines, variable names from the IsaGraf project should be defined. The purpose behind this file is to provide a list of variable names that can be selected when custom screen components are added to your custom screen. It does not need to contain every IsaGraf variable that is present in the project or even every web variable that is contained in the IsaGraf project. The format of each variable is to first specify the group name that they are part of. In our case, my group 1 was the only web group name available, followed by a dot. You then type in the variable name of each variable in that group. Referring back to our project that we created earlier, my group 1 had my bool, my int and my real. So we will add these to the variables list. And save the file. Now we will create the actual screen panel. Right click source packages and create a new JPanel form. The class name must be screen panel. Change the package name to au.net.oem.screen. Then press the finish button. Here we can see our new panel. In the inspector window, right click the JPanel item. Select Set Layout and change to an absolute layout. Absolute layout now will be displayed under JPanel. You will then wish to change the actual custom screen size. This can be done by dragging the panel border to a size of your liking. We can now change the panel name, which is the name shown in the Custom Screen tab. Go to the Properties Explorer of the panel and then scroll down to the Name property. This will be set to null by default. We can now change this to anything we want. In my case, I've changed it to My Custom Screen. Now save the screen panel and close it. Closing the screen panel is required in order for the variable names list to be refreshed in the screen panel. We now need to set up the controls used by OEM custom screens. Go to the Tools menu and select the palette item, Swing AWT Components. Under Palette, ensure that all other items are unselected. Highlight Palette and click the New Category button. New category name should be OEM. Under the new OEM category, click the Add from Jar button. Browse to the directory where Custom Screen Components is contained. Then press the Next button. This will display a number of items that are selectable. Hold down the Control key to select multiple components. The components that we want are Boolean button. Now I hold down Control key and then click Boolean variable, file link, text button, text label, text variable, all while holding down the Control key. Now I can release the Control key and press Next. We want to add these to the OEM palette, so click OEM and then press Finish. The 6 items should show up under the OEM palette now. Now we can press Close. If we now reopen screenpanel.java, we will see these palette items appear under the palette window. If your palette window doesn't show up, go to the Window option and select Palette. We are now ready to begin adding components to this custom screen.